Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Before starting the video, please subscribe and keep watching for more details videos. Coco Gauff has blunt message for those criticizing her outfits. Coco Gauff says she has life outside of tennis, and therefore she doesn't see why would anybody feel the urge to drop any comments about her outfits. The American, who has won 2 Grand Slam titles over the last 2 years and spent the majority of time as the top-ranked female tennis player from her county, is also no stranger to posting on social media. And usually, it's funny TikTok content or posts about her outfits. In this day and age, that isn't anything odd. But for some reasons, some folks have an issue when the reigning French Open champion does it. For this year's US Open, Gauff picked a red top with a white skirt, and she made a winning start after edging out Ajla Tomljanovic 6-4, 6-7, 2, 7-5. Gauff, I shouldn't be persecuted for my outfits. I have life beyond tennis. I don't know why it's such a big deal what women choose to do with their on-court or off-court looks. People will tell me like, oh, 'cause I talk about my outfits a lot. People will be like, oh, you should spend more time on the court than your outfits. And I'm like, I'm a human. Like tennis is what I do, but it's not who I am, the 21-year explained. And I like to express my way just like any other person would like to express themselves. And for me, that's just showing up on court being the best version of myself. But I definitely think if women want to do that, they should be celebrated and not persecuted for it, period. In the US Open second round, Gauff is due to face Donna Vekic, who upset her in the 2024 Paris Olympics round of 16. The American debuted her revamped serve against Tomljanovic, and while it did look ideal in certain moments, she is still the favorite to beat Vekic. Coco Gauff's blunt reply to outfit critics. Coco Gauff didn't hold back when a fan criticized her for constantly adjusting her outfit during a match. The fan commented, "This outfit is a big no. You kept adjusting it the whole time. They need to go back to the drawing board." Daily Express US. Without missing a beat, Gauff fired back. "I always adjust my skirts or headbands. Not because it doesn't fit. It's just something to do with my hands to not crash out on court, redirecting my focus onto something else instead of negative thoughts. Almost every outfit, I'm always moving something around. Y'all gotta think first." Daily Express US. That response captures so much of what makes Coco Gauff genuinely relatable. She's unapologetically herself, uses humor, and turns negativity into a teachable, even empowering moment. Why this matters. 1. Reclaiming the narrative. Coco didn't let the critique define the conversation. Instead, she explained her actions with humor and grace, redirecting focus from superficial judgments to the mental game of tennis. 2. Mental resilience and focus. Her comment about adjusting gear to ward off negative thoughts reveals a deeper layer. She actively manages her mindset during intensely competitive moments. 3. Authenticity in action. This isn't just a calculated PR response. Gauff's delivery felt natural and candid, like how we might talk among friends. That authenticity strengthens her connection with fans. 4. The power of think first. On the surface, "Y'all gotta think first" is a witty comeback. But on another level, it's a reminder to pause before judging, something deeply human, especially for young people watching her lead with confidence. A broader look, Gauff and fashion. Coco's reply is just one thread in how she approaches style, with intention, creativity, and self-expression. Collaborative design. Gauff is deeply involved in crafting her looks with New Balance and Miu Miu. She participates in vision meetings, helping conceptualize silhouettes and aesthetics. Women's Tennis Association. Fashionista. Bold choices, she embraces unique styles, like her superhero-inspired bodysuit at the Australian Open, complete with strategic cutouts, and a statement-making bodysuit that she admitted was a kind of a pain to wear, but totally worth the fashion payoff. Tennis.com. Sportskeeda. ESPN.com. Wimbledon innovation. Even within the rigid all-white dress code, Gauff's outfit with embroidered butterflies and strawberries made waves for its creativity and compliance. Vogue. Role model and style. Fellow athletes look to her for fashion inspiration. WNBA star Cameron Brink said, "I want to be like Coco," referring to her clean aesthetics and modern flair. Hola, USA. Final thoughts. Coco Gauff's quick-witted and heartfelt response to outfit criticism is much more than momentary clapback. It's an assertion of self, a testament to her mental focus, and an authentic expression of her inner confidence. She doesn't just wear fashion. She lives it with purpose, humor, and audacity. At just 21 years old, Coco Gauff has become one of the most influential voices in tennis, not just for her explosive backhand or her thrilling U.S. Open win, but for how unapologetically herself she is, on and off the court. And recently, when a handful of critics decided to focus less on her game and more on her outfits, Coco had a message. I'm not dressing for you. It was blunt, it was bold, and it was exactly what needed to be said. Tennis more than a tennis player. Coco Gauff's career has always straddled two worlds, athletic excellence and cultural influence. From her breakout moment at Wimbledon in 2019, when she beat Venus Williams at just 15, the world saw more than just a young tennis prodigy. They saw a confident black girl who wasn't afraid to speak her mind, stand up for causes she believed in, or, as it turns out, rock bold outfits on the court. But lately, a wave of criticism has emerged online. Anonymous trolls, over-opinionated commentators, and even a few ex-athletes who think they get a say in what Coco wears during her matches. Their complaint? That Coco's fashion choices are too flashy, too tight, or too different for the traditions of tennis. Coco's response? A verbal ace down the middle. Speech balloon, I dress for power, not permission. In a post-match press conference following a commanding win in Cincinnati, Coco was asked, yet again, about her outfits. She paused, took a breath, and gave a mic drop moment. I'm dressing for me. Not for approval. Not for the haters. Not for the comment section. I dress for power, not permission. The room fell silent, save for the clicks of keyboards. It wasn't just a defense, it was a statement. What Coco wears isn't about vanity. It's about identity. About reclaiming space in a sport that, for decades, has been wrapped in layers of whiteness, conservatism, and gendered expectations. Tennis is still a place where wearing color at Wimbledon is considered rebellious. And yet, Coco shows up in electric blues, bold cuts, and fashion collaborations with brands that celebrate black creativity. Her wardrobe choices aren't distractions. They're declarations. Dress fashion as armor. For Gauff, fashion is part of her game day preparation, like taping her ankles or stringing her rackets. When I feel good in what I'm wearing, I play more freely, she explained in a recent Vogue feature. It's like armor. It reflects how I feel. Confident, fierce, ready. She's not alone in this. Serena Williams once said that her iconic catsuits made her feel like a superhero. Naomi Osaka has used her masks and hairstyles to make statements. For many black women in sports, fashion is more than aesthetic, it's survival. It's self-expression in a world that often demands silence and uniformity. So when Coco steps on court in a neon two-piece or a vibrant one-shoulder dress, she's not trying to shock. She's just being visible, proud, and unbothered. Brain the double standard in sports. The backlash to Gauff's outfits reveals something deeper. A double standard that persists in how we treat female athletes, especially black female athletes. Roger Federer's all-black Nike outfit at the U.S. Open? Sleek. Novak Djokovic's neon shirts? Edgy. Coco Gauff's fitted dress? Too much. It's never just about clothes. It's about control. When male players express themselves, they're innovators. When Coco does it, she's somehow disrespecting the game. That's the coded language of tennis traditionalists. A polite mask over the uncomfortable reality that the sport is still grappling with inclusion. It's the same tone Serena heard when the French Open banned her black catsuit. The same criticism Venus heard when she wore beaded braids at 14. What's different now? Young athletes like Coco aren't apologizing anymore. Globe showing Europe, Africa, a generation of change. Coco's clapback didn't just defend herself. It resonated across a generation. Social media lit up with support. Young girls, athletes and non-athletes alike, flooded her comments. Thank you for standing up. You made me feel like I can wear what I want. You're more than a tennis player. You're a role model. In an age where identity is often politicized, where young women are constantly judged for how they look, dress, or speak. Coco's message was liberating. Be bold, be loud, and don't let anybody police your presence. It's not just about tennis anymore. It's about visibility, about taking up space, not shrinking to fit the expectations of others. Trophy let her game speak. While critics were busy dissecting her outfits, Gauff was doing something more important, winning. In the past 2 seasons, she's picked up titles, climbed the rankings, and become a fan favorite, not just for her talent, but for her heart. The way she lifts fellow players, speaks with clarity, and carries herself with grace beyond her years. She's proving that fashion and focus aren't mutually exclusive. Let my game speak, she said. If you're still talking about my outfit after I've won in straight sets, maybe that says more about you than me. Touché. Megaphone final set. This is bigger than tennis. Coco Gauff is part of a larger movement of athletes who refuse to separate their identity from their performance, who wear what they want, say what they feel, and own their narrative. She's not looking for everyone to like her outfits. She just wants to make it clear that approval is not required. And in doing so, she's changing the game. Not just how it's played, but how it looks, who it includes, and what it represents. So the next time someone has something to say about Coco Gauff's outfit, she already has the answer.